The lighthouse keeper's letter. On the rugged cliffs of Seabrook Bay stood an old lighthouse, its light sweeping across the restless waves each night. For decades it had been the guardian of the shoreline, and for nearly as long its keeper had been a solitary man named Samuel. Samuel's life was simple. He tended the light, repaired the weathered tower, and wrote letters. Letters to no one in particular. He wrote of the sea's moods, the lonely beauty of the bay, and the dreams he kept locked away. He placed each letter in a glass bottle and cast it into the waves, never expecting a reply. But one day, he received one. The letter arrived in a plain envelope with no return address. Inside was a piece of worn paper with elegant handwriting. Dear lighthouse keeper, I found your words on the shore, carried by the tide. Your letter spoke to me of a place I have only dreamed of, and a heart I feel I already know. If you don't mind, I would like to write back. Emmeline. For the first time in years, Samuel's heart stirred with curiosity and hope. He replied at once, sending his letter in the same way as before. And so began a correspondence that lasted through seasons. Emmeline described her life in a bustling city far away. She longed for the quiet of the sea, for a life unbound by schedules and skyscrapers. Samuel told her of the lighthouse, of the way the sunrise painted the cliffs, and how the stars seemed closer here. Over time, their letters became more than stories. They became confessions. Samuel spoke of the ache of solitude, and Emmeline shared the weight of feeling out of place in a world that never stopped moving. One day, a storm swept the bay, fierce and unrelenting. When Samuel ventured to the beach to check for damage, he found a bottle among the debris. Inside was a single line. I am coming to see the light that guides you. Samuel's heart raced. He prepared the lighthouse as though it were a guest house, polishing every surface, placing wildflowers in jars, and pacing the length of the cliff until the horizon blurred into the sea. Finally, she came. A small figure with windswept hair and a radiant smile appeared on the rocky path. Emmeline was real, and more beautiful than Samuel had ever imagined. Their first moments were quiet, filled with the shy laughter of strangers who were anything but strangers. They walked along the cliffs, talking late into the night as the lighthouse beams swept overhead. Days turned into weeks, and Emmeline decided to stay. The city no longer held her. The sea had claimed her heart. Together, they lived by the rhythms of the tide, tending the lighthouse and each other. Years later, Samuel and Emmeline's love became the kind of story whispered among the villagers. It was said that if you stood on the cliffs at sunset, you could see them,